Hi, I'm Melissa Cobb. Come fly with AOPA. This week, the new Piper M700 Fury, a call to action on fair and reasonable FBO fees, and exploring Lake of the Ozarks.
AOPA keeps flying safe, accessible, and fun by protecting your freedom to fly. We are the most trusted one-stop resource for all things related to general aviation. Become an AOPA pilot today.
Piper Aircraft unveiled its newest M-Class turboprop right here on our YouTube channel earlier this week.
Thank you for joining us today on this very important moment in Piper's history. Today, myself and the entire Piper family here at our Vero Beach, Florida headquarters and around the globe would like to introduce you to the newest member of our Piper M-Class, the all-new Piper M700 Fury.
The 6-seat turboprop features a 700 shaft horsepower Pratt & Whitney PT6A52 engine, and it boasts a 30,000-foot ceiling, a 300-knot maximum cruise speed, and a range of more than 1,400 nautical miles at regular cruise power. Now, it also includes Garmin G3000 avionics, an auto throttle, and the Halo Autoland system. When we look at other turboprops in the market, it is close to current TBM models that produce about 850 horsepower, have a 31,000-foot ceiling, and a top speed of about 330 knots. Piper didn't release specific price details, but the company did say that it would be more than $1 million less than its competition. You can read more about it on our website. We'll drop a link down in the description below. Some tragic news coming out of Florida. A Beachcraft Bonanza crashed into a home in Clearwater, Florida. It killed the pilot, Jimin Patel, and 2 people inside the home, Martha Perry and Mary Ellen Pender. Now, the pilot had canceled his instrument flight plan while he was looking for the Clearwater Airport and visual conditions at night. He had missed the runway a few times and reported that he was going to go to Albert Whitted Airport instead. Shortly after that, he reported that he was losing engine power. The aircraft entered a rapid descent and crashed into a home. We send our sincere condolences to the family members and the friends of the pilot and the 2 people on the ground who were killed in this accident. Now, you can read a minute-by-minute log of the accident on our website. We'll drop a link to that in the description below. Some important news from AOPA. AOPA President Mark Baker has announced that he'll be retiring and that he's working with the AOPA Board of Trustees to help identify his successor. Now, this next president will be only the 6th in AOPA's history since it was founded in 1939. Mark has led AOPA for 10 years and he's had an amazing influence on the industry. Mark said he's going to keep working full speed ahead for our members for up to 2 more years while a successor is identified. On the advocacy front, AOPA called its members to action earlier this week, urging them to support the Senator Ted Budd amendment to the long-term FAA reauthorization bill. The Senate Commerce Committee was scheduled to take up the bill and the amendment this week. Now, Senator Budd's amendment would protect access to airports by requiring the FAA to develop guardrails around fair, reasonable, and transparent FBO fees. It coincides with existing airport oversight measures to ensure fair and reasonable fees at federally funded public use airports. I have several quick updates for you this week that might affect plans for your flights in different parts of the country over the next couple of weeks. First up is a reminder that the Super Bowl is coming up this weekend in Las Vegas, Nevada, and that means enhanced security procedures. There will be a temporary flight restriction in effect from 2:30 to 8:30 p.m. local time on game day. That temporary flight restriction is going to have a 10 nautical mile radius inner core and an outer 30 nautical mile radius ring. In addition, there will be special procedures in effect until February 12th. Now, the following weekend, February 16th through the 18th, is the AOPA fly-in at the Buckeye Airfair in Buckeye, Arizona. You can enjoy all the camaraderie of an AOPA fly-in plus the excitement of Buckeye's air show. And AOPA members get a prime viewing spot for that air show, so be sure to come out, enjoy that, and bring your family along as well. And on the tech front, Dynon Certified has received FAA approval for its Skyview HDX to be installed on Beachcraft Baron 58 and 58A models. Its 3-axis autopilot is available as an option too. Also, Dynon's Trim Motor Control and Autopilot Auto Trim is now available for most Dynon Certified autopilot installations. That includes installations in the Cessna 182, Beech 35 and 36 series, Piper Seneca and Beechcraft Baron 58 series aircraft. And 4Flight has launched a new free app for Apple Vision Pro. It's called Voyager. It provides a 3D airport exploration experience, and it's a fun way for aviation enthusiasts to explore airports, and it's also a neat tool that you can use to really get familiar with an airport before you fly there. And finally this week, part 3 in our destination series, Laura Benton is a Cessna 170 pilot, and she takes us along to show the ins and outs of flying in to enjoy Lake of the Ozarks in Missouri.
So there are 3 airports based here in the Lake of the Ozarks. So this one that we're at, Lacey Fine, is within the state park, and it's a longer runway. It's about 6,000 feet, so it gives you nice long distance when you're coming in. Also, the winds here are a factor sometimes, so if you can have 3 different airports that have different runway alignments, that is a nice adjustment. Lacey Fine is nice because it is kind of off-site of the lake, so we see just a little bit of the lake. It's got the state park, you're in the middle of the state park, nice long runway. So I like it when you come in here, you can see it from everywhere direction, and a nice long approach if you need it, and you can get in and out easily. So Grand Glaze Airport, K-15, is normally where we go into, and it's 3,200 feet. So going into there, you are in the center of Osage Beach. So I like to use the water towers as kind of a reference going into that pattern. You really cannot see the airport unless you know where it is. So using your GPS to guide you in there, get your pattern set up. Grand Glaze has a golf course at the end of one side, which is the main highway of 54. And on the other side is the lake. So both approach ends, there's trees that feel like they'll come up and grab you when you're coming in. But you definitely want to make sure you have your act together going into Grand Glaze, being a short runway. And then there's Camdenton, which is just south of Grand Glaze, and it has, they just recently got an update as well to their runway, so it's a little bit longer. We can get here from where we live down to the Lake of the Ozarks in about 2 hours. So it's a nice, easy flight. Come in here, it feels like you're coming into paradise for the weekend. Go fishing, go just cruise the lake, dip in the lake. It's pretty fun.
Well, it looks like a beautiful place to visit, and Laura is speaking as a true taildragger pilot when she mentions that the 3 different airports have runways with different headings so that you can find something with the most favorable winds. Well, that destination is also going to be featured in the March issue of AOPA Pilot, so if you get that magazine, be sure to check it out for more information. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Be sure to like and subscribe to stay up to date on all the latest information. This week, we leave you with more footage of flying in Lake of the Ozarks. That comes into us from our very own video content producer, Jamal Warner. And be sure to send in your own favorite flying videos. You just might see them on an upcoming show. And if you're not already an AOPA pilot, we'd love for you to join us. Just click the link at the end of this video to learn more about our trial membership. We'll see you next week.